Hello everybody, I'm going to go ahead and do a little follow-up here on this little tulip hood that I bought here a while back. I picked this one up on eBay. I did a little video of it earlier. It has the setup where you actually will, basically the threads here will thread right up into your lens, which is nice. And it also then has a locking ring, which this right here is a locking ring. So that way you can get this lined up straight where you want it, lock this down tight and hold it in place. A couple problems I have with it is rather large, I guess. The lips here, as you can see, are quite large on it. Does a great job for blocking out the sun, keeping out the rays, which it's supposed to. Also, I suppose it would do a good job for banging the lens into something. I haven't had much use to find out about that, luckily. So the one problem I do have with the thing is I don't really like the locking ring. It is a pain in the butt take on and off. A lot of the more high-end ones, especially the ones actually made for and by the Canon cameras, will allow you to just twist them once and pop them off. Then you can invert it and slide it back on your lens and lock it back in place, which makes it really nice when it comes trying to put this back in your camera bag, because this is a pain in the butt. Sticks out a little farther than I really want it to. But the real problem with it is, and I'm going to show a couple pictures here, I've taken a few to show you what I'm talking about. When you have this mounted on your camera, my lens, when I focus, the outside ring of my lens will turn, so will the hood. Now I do know on some of the different lenses, like the Tamron 18 to 270 that I'm looking at, the focal lens does not actually turn, so the hood won't turn. It's all done on an internal stage, I guess. Basically the ring is back a little farther. This one here that I have for the kit lens on my Canon T3i, which is what I'm recording this on, so I can't actually show you that lens that's normally on, is an 18 to 55. So anyway, what happens is when it turns, you'll notice it comes into play off and on the sides and the corners of my photos, which is a big pain in the butt. I took a couple pictures, like I said, of just a white background with a little like black spot on it to give me something to focus on. But all it's doing is just to show you how it does kind of encroach in on the corners. The other one I done a fairly close up. I'm zoomed all the way out to 18mm, but I'm trying to do like a micro photo with it. Macro, I think it's macro. Anyway, trying to do the photo like that with it, and you actually get a shadow. You see the shadow mark of this hood. So it doesn't do good. My next purchase is going to be the 18 to 270, I believe. After that, it's going to be a ring flash. Once you get the ring flash, of course, this will be eliminated. I won't have to worry about that shadow effect. But those are the two problems with it right now. It's super cheap, so you got to love that. It's just a few bucks. Shipping out of Hong Kong takes about 3 weeks to a month, so it is kind of a pain in the butt. Did come off eBay, and it is the 58mm. I'd have to say 95% of the time I'm happy with it. When I'm trying to basically take an extremely wide angle at the 18mm range, sometimes I'll notice it encroaching on the corners, depending on where my focal length is. So if my focal length is where I can turn it out and actually focus the final little bit and get this to stand upright like it is right now, I don't see it. But if it ends up at an angle like this or like this, then the long edges will come back in and actually basically it looks like, you know, it's just like I was parked next to a pole or something. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. Then also, like I said, in the real tiny up close macro photography, I will see a shadow effect come from the top of this hood here. So I thought about cutting this down, just taking it out onto like my bandsaw or whatever, knocking this down a little bit. Then I thought it's going to look pretty stupid. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and say the heck with it. See what my 18 to 270 lens, if it causes me a problem or not. If it does, then I'll have to fix it. But until then, I'm not going to bother. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a little heads up here, a little follow up. This does actually have the ability for the Canon lens cap to click right back in place there. So that's nice. I like that fact. There are no threads inside, so nobody can put like a UV filter, not like that, can't be screwed in there. So although it does have the threads in the back, obviously it screws in the lens, and it will screw on top of my UV filter lens protector. It has the threads both, so I can put the UV on first and put this on top of that. So that works fine there. It's just, again, I think this was less than $6, I believe, like $5.85 with shipping, and a Canon one runs anywhere from $20 to $35 depending on which one you get. So just wanted to give you a little, I guess, update here and testimonial on it. So hope you guys have yourself a safe and wonderful day.